Hey, welcome, y'all. Welcome. So let me make sure I'm sharing this. I think I'm gonna share it. I wonder, no. Hey, welcome. I'll give it. Y'all know I am very punctual, so um, new mug for December. YouTube, I don't know if they can see it. Sip. So today should be kind of short. Um, my topic today is invest in one asset you can't replace, and that is you. You are your first and best investment. Yeah, I told y'all every week it's gonna be something different. And this week was a lot of, I don't want to say downtime for me, but downtime in one area, but picking up in another area. And so I thought that was a really good topic for today. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, and then we are going to get started. Um, yeah. Welcome, come in, chill out with me. Um, yeah, I need some more paper. One more minute. 6:03, and I'm starting. I needed some scrap paper, but it's 6:03. I'm starting. So hey, beautiful people, welcome back to Chatting with Chell. We talk about faith, finances, family, self love. And today's topic is really personal and powerful. We'll be breaking down the word investing, and not just in stocks, not just in business, but something a little deeper. We're talking about investing in yourself, because before you can buy a course, before you can start a business, before you can join a program, you have to ask yourself, am I pouring into the most valuable asset I've ever known, which is you? Um, so, the first thing that we're going to talk about is redefining wealth. Um, Wealth is not just money or crypto or stocks. Wealth is also your health, your peace, your time, your mindset, and your self trust. Do you trust yourself? Um, when I first started learning how to trade and invest, so I've always been an investor. Being an investor is easy to me. Um, my dad, had told me once before, like, to be mindful where you invest your time, where you invest your time. Um, and we were having this conversation because my dad has a lot of children. So um, when I became a mom, it just made sense. Like, you you get what like, so wherever you put your time at, you're gonna get that back. So just say if it's, again, parenting, you're investing in your children's well-being, in their mental space, in their growth as a human being. So think, if you don't invest that time and energy into them and just let them just figure shit out on their own, what's gonna happen? Now you invest, and it's not to say that any of us is perfect about investing in our children, but or spending that time, because life will life. But look at another example. Say you have a plant. You invest just that little bit of time of watering that plant. What's going to happen? The plant is going to continue to grow, correct? Say you don't invest that time and put no water in the plant. What's going to happen? Don't take a rocket scientist. It's gonna die. So that's the same way that we have to look at ourselves. Now, mind you, I was the type of person, I invested in everybody else. And I say that just because I was a wife. I had 2 children, so it was a household of 4. And I invested all of my energy into every last one of them. Oh, this energy is for the dad. This energy is for my daughter. This energy is for my son. And I never took time to invest no energy into myself. And I started seeing that once I started getting like wore out, like, and nobody cared. Nobody cared that I was wore out because they were so used to me just pouring into them, where I had to take that time and say, but I didn't learn that. I did not learn that until I came here to my new home. And I had to start taking that time, because humans use words that could be so cliche. Like, say, for example, my mom, whenever she had downtime, she spent that time with me and my sisters. And people would tell her, like, all you do is care about your kids. You don't even care about yourself. You don't even make time for yourself. And when I became a mom, people would say that same thing to me. And it would like piss me off. Like, I'm a mom. I'm supposed to take care of my kids. Like, what are you talking about? But then later on, it was like, you take no time out for yourself. None. And a part of me thought it was selfish. And then I learned, like, if I am not good, how am I going to be good for my children? And that was like an aha moment to me, like, oh, wait a minute. Because again, you have to think about it. Before I had children, I had my first child until I was 25. I was used to being by myself. So I gave everything. I felt like that was selfish. Like, if I took out some time for myself, that would be so selfish. But then when 2020 hit, I had to learn a different way to provide for my children. I wasn't going to be able to work 2 jobs. So what could I do that was going to benefit me and my children? And the first thing was, I need to invest in me. I got to invest in me some way, shape, or form, because I got to learn a new trade. I got to learn a new skill. I got to learn something. But at the end of the day, that still was investing in me. It wasn't, what am I going to do for my kid so my kid can take me out of whatever situation I was in. That wasn't my thought process. My thought process was, what can I do that's going to benefit me and my children? And I learned so many different skills, and I taught my children those same skills, because investing in me, even though I was pouring into me, that cup was running over, and I was pouring into my children. My children have businesses. My children know how to do things with money that I would have never known how to do, especially my daughter is 14. My son is 19. They know stuff that I would have never known at that age. Like, because that was important to me. What can I do for me that's going to benefit my children? So investing in how to learn how to trade, how to learn how to invest properly. How can I pick my own companies to invest in? How can I do this? And then when I learn this, I need a strategy for my children that will be easy, because they're not at that age, when I was 38, 39, they're not almost 40. They were 15 and 7. And it was like, okay, and just for me taking that step, I ended up being with an amazing community. And then they had specialized classes just for children. So you think I wasn't putting but again, it started with that first investment of investing in me. if I would not have taken that choice and took that risk, and I mean, I didn't even know how I was going to pay for the class. I didn't know when I was going to study. It didn't matter. It didn't matter because I knew I needed to do it. My second part is self-investment versus self-care. So there's a difference with pampering yourself and planting seeds. So, pampering yourself is more, going to get the massage, going to get your nails and your toes done. But the space that I was in, I couldn't even afford to go get no nails and no toes done. I couldn't. My children had to eat. I had to make sure a roof was over our head because I wasn't getting no help. It wasn't nobody coming to save me. Wasn't nobody. And I had a whole nother party. But because I made the choice to invest in myself. And so let's even rewind that, because before I even made the step to invest in investing and learning how to trade and, like piping up my skills, I took another risk and I said, I am my mental health and my children's mental health is not where it needs to be. So it's time for me to make another investment. It's time for me to leave this space that I'm in, and I'm going to put everything I get on the line because I know it's going to be better. That was such a risk because I didn't know I didn't even know how I was going to do that. I was good. I've been able to walk away from situations by myself. But now at this point in time, I have 2 children that I have to start somewhere. And yeah, where I was starting from, I didn't know. But I had faith. I had faith to know that this was going to be a good decision. I mean, baby, if you was there that day, that was the hardest decision because it wasn't just for me. It was a decision that I was taken for my children. But again, it was an investment. I invested in this property that we're staying in and we've been in for 8 years. I even changed my job. I didn't even know, but it was just like, okay, I'm glad that job is over, but it served its purpose. And then I'm in a space now that is just so, sometimes I still want to pinch myself. Sometimes I still get teary-eyed, like just that one investment that I did before I even took the investment of learning how to properly trade and invest on my own. So yeah, that was, and so like self-investment is also therapy, is also rest, is boundaries. Boundaries is that one. Okay. Setting healthy boundaries for you, for your children, whoever don't like it, too damn bad. Too bad, because people will try to make you fit their narrative for their own self-investment. Hey, yeah, we're going to get the new mug for the month. We're going to sip on that shit too. Because how am I going to invest in, how is my movie doing anything with your movie? It's not. It's not. And people will do that. They want your narrative to fit them. Yep. So that's where you could tell them maybe you should seek some self-investments like therapy, go take a nap, set some boundaries, maybe read a book. Because there's a lot of people that I think they think reading is not important. It is. It's real important. It's real important. Courses, invest in some courses. What do you want to do? What do you like to do? Like for me, I call it a paper pusher. I've been a paper pusher since I was 19. So it was just fitting to become a notary public. Why wouldn't I become a notary? You say I get paid to push papers for people. All they need is my signature. And I'm gonna get paid for it. And I'm playing with paper all day anyway, great. That's a good job for me. Um, oh, this is a really good one. This is a really, 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 really good one. Sometimes you have to believe in yourself before the world even claps for you. You know, I still have people not clapping for me. You think I care? Because what the words, what they say? What you eat won't make me shit. So you not, because I'm clapping for everybody. Clapping. I'm clapping. I love to clap. I love to celebrate people. A win is a win. I don't give a damn how small the win is. It's a win. People are so busy enjoying being judgmental and throwing stones and what win is you celebrating? What did they do? Did you celebrate their win, or are you so busy just talking about their downfall? We fix crowns over here. We don't knock them down. And if you like to knock off crowns, go ahead, have fun. We just not doing that shit over here. We don't knock off crowns. Uh-uh. Not at all. Because again, another example. So here in the city of Detroit, because I don't know where everybody is watching from, if people even go back and watch replays, we have a neighborhood called Black Bottom. So my son is in his sophomore year at this time now, currently. So this is when he was like in 10th grade. I just kept saying, like, damn, this neighborhood is empty. I mean, it's empty for like blocks, y'all, just like blocks and blocks and blocks. And I'm like, damn. My son could, and my daughter, because I don't have a reason to lie. I would tell them like, damn, we should buy land over here. Like, look how empty it is. Like, we could buy a whole damn 3 blocks. And because I also grew up where my cousins lived around the corner and down the street. And so you had kids to go outside and play with. So I used to say, like, damn, we could just buy just blocks over blocks. And then I took that idea to people like, dog, think about it. Like, shit, it's no houses over here. We could buy the land. We could do this. We could do. People tell me, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to buy in Black Bottom? Why? No, I don't think that's a good neighborhood. And I just kept going to my kids like, fuck them. I'm not listening to them. Like, no. I just think Black Bottom would be great. A couple years later, the news say they got a $4 million project that they finna do in Black Bottom. Mm. Mm. You say you're gonna do it where? Mm. Then those people were like, I remember, shut up talking to me. Shut up. Because you downplayed it. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to believing yourself, because the world gonna have these negative things to say. I think they're just conditioned to do it. They're just conditioned to break you down. And then we're conditioned to, yeah, come break me down so then I can crawl up. That shit is dumb. No, you breaking anybody down, keep your ass away from over here. Okay? Because we're not breaking nobody. We're not breaking you down to build you up. This ain't the military. Fuck does that? Who? But we as the people, we have been conditioned to that's how I go. You know, I got to struggle. I don't. I ain't struggling shit. I am not dating. I'm not struggle dating. I'm not struggling at no work. I'm not struggling for no friendships. I'm not doing that, because things should flow with ease. If anything is hard, that shit is. And this is where I have a difference of opinion. And this is where my podcast was coming in play, because I have a difference of opinion on that shit. I don't have to struggle for shit. That's just crazy. That is crazy to me. It's crazy. I'm not struggling to prove no point to nobody. And if you come over here and try to make some struggle shit over here, you better act like, yeah, we don't do that. I don't know that. I don't. I don't know setting myself up to struggle. I don't know that. I didn't see my parents do no shit like that. I didn't see my grandparents do nothing like that. Like, now if you're in a situation and it, like, just say when we moved here, but I wasn't proving no point. Like, yeah, I'm finna go in here and I'm about to struggle. I'm sorry. I'm about to go in here and I'm about to struggle because I'm about to prove a point. Girl, you sound dumb as hell. Like, and some people don't think that sound dumb as hell. They think that's what you're supposed to do. I don't. I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And my thing says to share a moment you invested in something, time, energy, or money that felt scary and paid off when I decided to pack me and my kids up and leave. It took me 4 years. So I didn't leave overnight. Anybody ever, think that narrative like, oh, she just, nope, 4 years it took for me. That was time that was invested. Do you know how good my life has been? Yes, I have had some up and down, some turmoil, some all type of things. But that investment, because for 4 years I invested my time. I went and looked at houses like 2 days a week. That was, let me see. So that was, I think, the last year. The last year I went to look for houses every day that I got off work. Every day. On Saturdays, I would get up, I would go look for houses. I was even looking on Craigslist. I was looking everywhere. And my children was going with me. Yep. We got up and went. And then we found this house. And it was funny because it was a really good investment. It was really good. Really, really good. But I invested my time for 4 years. I invested that time 2 years. I prayed and I fasted. The other 2 years, I came up with a plan. That's still investing time. I invested that time. So are you investing time? What are you investing your time in? You have to ask yourself that. Because I had to ask myself that. What is important to me? And making sure my children were good was important to me. That was my number one thing. Um, Next I have building a self-love portfolio. So if you know about investing, we build portfolios. You diversify them. You might have ETFs in there. You might have bonds in there. You might have crypto in there. You might have land. You have to do the same thing with your self love portfolio. Um, you want your mental health in there, your physical energy, your spiritual alignment, your emotional regulation. It's a portfolio for yourself because life is not easy. Life is not easy. Even for people that's single, and oh, people judge themselves. Oh, you ain't got no kids, or you ain't. I still got responsibilities. Like, I'm still a responsible adult. Just because I don't have no kids, what does that mean? Just crazy. Are you getting the mental health that you need? For years, so I didn't even think I needed. I was out here winging it. Could nobody tell me that I needed to get a therapist or that I needed to talk to a therapist? I knew, um, but I had to raise some kids. I was somebody's mama now. So yeah. But then when baby number two came, I said, yeah, I think I need to go sit on somebody's couch because shit is real. This is real. I am a mom of two kids. Like, I need to go talk to somebody. And that was the best thing that I could have done. Like, I was sad when it ended. And then through contrast and other things, I ended up getting back in that space. Now, my physical energy, I don't do like exercising. I mean, it's supposed to be healthy, but I'm just saying, I'm I do walk in the mall, um, tending to my kids, shoveling snow, cutting grass. I do all of them, so that's physical energy. I earth. I mean, yeah, my spiritual alignment. I'm on that one too. Yeah, I made sure that one. I got to keep that one on point because my flesh had me in somebody's prison somewhere. Yeah, especially on a Friday. Yep. And so, I would sing Gorilla little song, 7 p.m. Friday. I'm gonna just stay in the house because, yeah, I'm just gonna stay in the house. But you have to make sure you diversify your growth also. Resting, reading, learning, stretching. I guess I got to get on that one too because I'm not a stretcher. I stretch when I wake up, like, a little stretch, little 1, 2, and then yeah, I'm in the shower. But I like to rest. I don't have a problem with resting. I think I might rest too much. Resting is my thing. I love resting, and I love to learn. I love to learn new things. Um, I had so I was on a call with a gentleman one day, and so a lot of times I don't. So I am a divorcee. Um, so I have, dated, tried to date. Um, but I don't really go into detail of the things that I do. I usually just will use my 9 to 5 as that's what I do. Um, and so the gentleman said something, and it was sad because I was getting tired, so I was like falling asleep on the phone. He didn't know that though, and so I was falling asleep like, and it wasn't that the conversation was boring. It was just I was resting. Told you I love to rest. So he ends up saying something about his job has a 401, but no, it's better than a 401. And so I said, oh. So I started giving examples of things that could possibly be better than a 401. So then I end up telling him, like, I end up just kind of giving him a verbal resume of myself. This man was like, oh, well, maybe you should teach me some things. Like, so who did you think he was talking to? Who did you think he was talking to? My eye jumping. Who do you think he was talking to? Yep, I told you, and I did tell him that I was an investor. I told you in the beginning that I was an investor. My first investment is myself. I learned that in 2020. That was my statement to him because then he ended up like when I was like, yeah, he thought he was dealing with somebody basic. He thought he was dealing with somebody basic. Let's sip to that. Nope, not basic over here. But some people will probably think I am because I'm not out here, just like blowing this unnecessary money. Again, what's the title? Invested in one. Like, I gotta make sure that we good. Like, not just every day, but for long term also. That only makes sense. Well, I'm just gonna make sure we good for today. I'm trying to make sure my grandbabies is good and their kids is good. But again, I see even like so I've always had that feeling. And then when I end up getting connected to the community that I got connected to, and that was the thing that we're going out here and we're making portfolios and setting up our grandchildren, and they're like people that probably ain't never even gonna see you. They'll never even meet you. I'm doing this for them. Then I had kind of felt bad when I tell my kids that. I kind of felt bad. It was like, damn, you're not doing it for us. Like, I mean, I am. I'm taking some weight off of your back. The hell? Because these is be your kids and grandkids. I'm trying to help you out now. Like, cut me some slack. Like, geez, the hell are we doing here? So yeah. Um, that was my topic today. I do have an affirmation. Um, I am an asset. I am an investment. I am worthy of time, the energy, the money, and the love it takes to grow. Every dollar I spend on my healing, every minute I give to my dreams returns to me in power. And I no longer wait for the world to validate me. I invest in me because I am divine wealth. So, yeah, that's all I have for y'all today. Because I've been resting. I didn't even make it to service because I was resting today to get ready for my week. So don't forget to invest in you, even if that's a nap, if that's a go smoke, whatever. This is no judgment zone over here. Some people need Newports. They need them just to get through. I used to be one of those people. Yeah, I was a Newports short in the box. Yeah, that's what I did. Well, all right. Thank y'all for tuning in. I will see y'all next week. Oh, remember, starting January, I am going to do it on Wednesdays. I'm going to do it on Wednesdays. I think Sunday, everybody's getting ready for the week. I don't want to be stopping nobody's day I mean, y'all can always replay it, but I'm just saying, I'm just real considerate. I don't be liking to be inconsiderate to people. So, and then maybe on Wednesday, maybe more people would join. I don't know. We'll see. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I hope y'all have a good week. Bye. Bye, TikTok. Bye, Facebook. Bye, YouTube.